Hi, my name is Adi Babatunde Abiodun, the founder of Kabax Farms based in Ogun State. Kabax Farm currently produces palm oil and also validating renewable energy from agricultural waste.
Hi, my name is Favor Adeleke. I'm the co-founder at Kiki Farms Global Limited. Kiki Farms is Nigeria's fastest growing agri-tech and innovative food distribution company that basically distribute products to major hospitality companies, restaurants, supermarkets, hotels.
My name is Amidu Mohamed Deban. I'm the founder and creative director at Plastibuild Creative Solutions Limited. We're a climate tech startup transforming urban waste into functional, tech-driven and sustainable products like scrap tires, fabric waste, plastic waste and the likes into functional products like smart footwears, smart green furniture, eco interiors and more.
So good everyone, my name is Elijah Moses.
So one of the challenges we faced last year was validating our solution because we have a lot of persons that are actually producing palm oil locally and also within Africa. And one of the challenges that palm oil faces is how to control the sustainability effectiveness of the production of palm oil because of the waste and emission that are generated from the production of palm oil. So, this challenge, we've been able to validate how to create a traceability system that can help us build a sustainable impact in our society.
Last year was one of our early years building Plastibuild, and similar to all startup businesses, there were some key challenges. One of those challenges were around funding. Yes, we're having challenges around working capital, validity and securing a space in the market, because at that point that we're starting, we still needed more people to believe in what we're doing. Yes, we believe, but we're not creating the product for ourselves. It's for the market. So we needed to gain the market trust and loyalty.
There were two major challenges. Number one, the need to accelerate growth and the adoption of our offerings as a company, both product and service-based offerings. Number two, the need to build a functional prototype that maps together community-focused approach as well as environmental dependent issues. And of course, as a company, we are focused on addressing these waste-related problems that are really important, really urgent, and really necessary as faced by a large number of people in our communities.
Right, but one of the challenges that we faced, which is very critical for us, was working capital, right? Having been that we've served major hotels, for 2-3 years, we've gotten more and more greater demand that our working capital cannot enable us meet, notwithstanding the fact that we've consistently, grown our working capital, right? So those are one of the challenges we had.
Was fundamentally essential in enabling us to accomplish two major things. Number one, we're able to run targeted, programmed campaign centered around driving the awareness for people within the communities to become environmentally conscious, both of their actions and of the consequences of actions taken that does not favor the environment. So program activations came in very handy. Number two, the injection of the grant enabled us to build the functional prototype application that captured the key interests of the community, as well as projecting our offerings and services as a company to the target communities to whom we have been called to serve.
So STS Avant-Garde Grants 2024 actually helped us boost our production capacity from about 500 liters of palm oil to over 2,000 liters of palm oil in 2025.
The grant has helped us in terms of social impact, economic impact, and as well environmental impact. We're able to use the grant as a working capital. Using it as a working capital gave us opportunity to even expel more impact with the grants. We're able to impact at least 820 women and youths were trained, empowered, and certified in green business management, waste upcycling, and circular economy. And we also empowered about 200 local artisans so that they can now earn more from their waste.
Well, as a recipient of the funding, I think it has helped propel our growth in a way because, we've been able to roll over that capital every week, every month, and that has added an additional 25 million naira revenue to our business. So it actually enabled us, and in fact, it has opened us to more and more demand because right now we are now working with the largest small chops brand in Nigeria. They produce hundreds of thousands of small chops, every month, right? And now we are now one of their major supplier of chicken, and chicken parts. So of course, it's really propelling our growth. It's bringing more challenges, which is based on demand and faster distribution. But again, I think it's a great problem, and we are embracing it because we believe that the more problems we solve in our space, the more opportunity we have to create value, support farmers, and scale our brand. Statistics proves that over 80% of farmers in Nigeria are poor, and they are poor because they lose 50% of their products to post-harvest loss, right? And that means largely hundreds of thousands of poor farmers' children are out of school, right? So what impact we've been able to make in over 4 years is to ensure that farms are fully operational, profitable, and sustainable because there's a guaranteed company like Kiki who is willing to offtake every of their products all year round, every week, 2-3 times all year round, while they produce, in monthly cycles, right? So having been, created a path for farmers to seamlessly have ready markets, they earn more, of course their farms are going to be operational. At least, in 3 years, we've had at least 120 children of poor farmers return back to school. So that's the kind of impact that we're creating because as a child of a farmer, I understand the struggle and understanding that, it was not easy for my parents to basically further my education. It was agriculture that actually enabled me to do that, right? So, it's rooted actually.
We aim to create jobs for youths and women in our community and society at large. We also aim to empower smallholder farmers within our industry and outside the industry. We are also looking to partner with some of the government-owned agencies on capacity and training programs to help the youth and women generally.
From Bariga community, where we evolved from, currently we've already made a mark and Plastic Build is known in that community. So when you go there and you ask of Plastic Build, they'll be like, is it not the guy working with tires, the guy that gives us money if we bring him tires and stuff like that. So we've been able to re-engineer their mindset to understand that waste is actually value and waste is wealth. So looking at the future, all of these things that we've done in the past, there is definitely a space for growth. And this time around, we are going for digital growth. We are currently working on building the Plastic Build DigiHub app. So this is like a mobile platform that would digitalize all of this waste upcycling process into a simple mobile application you can have on your phone. So with that app, from anywhere you are in the world, you can easily upcycle your waste. So you don't have to always give out your waste for just 500 naira. You can earn more value from it. It's a combination of the entire waste upcycling value chain into a mobile application that can help you, your company, or your NGO to even be more sustainable and greener.
There are three major impacts. One, stronger advocacy on the urgency for individuals to become environmentally conscious. Number two, the rapid adoption of the use of our solution in ensuring that the challenge of waste and the perception behind the challenge of waste becomes opportunities for people to take, and ultimately reducing the damaging consequences tied to human action. Number three, looking ahead, I envision my business becoming a strong beacon of inspiration to other climate-focused companies out there who operate closely within my sector or beyond my sector. I am confident in the fact that with inflows, the grant assets we have received, we strongly believe that the future will become better. Not just because the grant actually came in, but because there is the intentionality and an urgency behind the actions we take as a company, as an organization.
So if you are building a business and you are solving a real world problem, you should know that validation takes a lot of time. So you have to iterate until you get the best out of the solution or innovation you are building. So if you are building a long-lasting business, you should ensure that you consider all the necessary factors in building this solution for it to last longer.
To founders, first, by making the decision to be a startup founder, I would give you a thumbs up. But just understand that starting a business is hard. Starting a green business is harder. Now, starting a green business in Nigeria is kind of hardest, and it requires your resilience, creativity, and innovation to be able to beat those barriers. And one of the ground rules of business is that do not start for the money. If you start for the money, you would lose it along the way, because you would definitely keep seeing other businesses earning more money, and you would think yours is not making you that much money, and you would abandon yours, go to that one that you think is earning more money. When you are in that one, you see another one, and that's how it continues. And you have a train of failed businesses, and that's at some point might make you a failure. So to avoid all of that, you need to be resilient, you need to be determined and driven by passion, not money. When there is value, the money would come automatically.
Well, what advice will I give? I think the first advice I would give, to anyone who wants to start something in the agri space is that you can never do everything yourself, right? You need to collaborate. Collaboration is the future. In fact, that's the way to go in this industry. You can't afford to do everything yourself, right? Collaboration is the way forward. You need to work with people. You need to synergize. The more people you have in your arsenal, the better for you.
3 things connected together. 1, the industry or the field we are all playing in is large enough. Waste is fundamentally a human dependent problem, and it takes more than one company to address this problem, backed by a strong mission and a strong vision. In other words, it doesn't matter whether you're starting from the rural area, in that village, or in that urban area, wherever it is you are, within you lies the creative, ingenious spirit to spark the fire of innovation in addressing these opportunities dressed as challenges. Number 2, wherever you find yourself, always ensure that you look out for better ways to contribute to that particular environment, to that particular ecosystem, because at the end of it all, it is our contribution and not our consumption that determines our ultimate relevance in this life. Thirdly, and most importantly, never fear the competition. Competition fuels the creative flow of capitalism. Yes, even as we are trying as much as possible to solve the problems faced by these communities, you need to know that without profit, the lifeblood of any business, you cannot remain sustainable enough. So strike the balance between making the profit and making the impact. And when you do that, guess what? Every other thing at the bottom end and at the upper end we connect together as tied to the good you are creating for humanity.
All right, so I'd like to, appreciate the entire STS team for the great value, that they're offering entrepreneurs consistently over the years. We're really grateful. the funding was impactful to us, and we're willing to be as transparent as possible, and communicate every value that the grant has enabled us achieve. It has prepared us to greater heights, and we look forward to unlocking more potentials that we really can unlock.
I must say a very big thank you to the Avant-Garde Sustainability Foundation. The grant you gave us last year is part of what made us to this point that we are. And so far, I must tell you that from a company that had a working capital of about 500,000, currently now, the company is valued at about 10 to 15 million naira. And continue doing what you are doing. More organizations are existing and making impact because you believe in founders like us.
So I want to say thank you on behalf of myself and my team, Capax Farms team. I want to say thank you to the STS Avant-Garde team for the opportunity given to us in 2024.